Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and good day everyone. Okay, welcome back to my channel. This is for ASM 404, Communication for Professional. Okay, for my student, this may be your first time on my channel. So everything's on the notes I will upload on this channel. So please like and subscribe. And if you have a free time, maybe you don't get a time on when the class is scheduled, so that you can always refer to my video for reference anytime. Okay. Okay, we go for the chapter 1. Topic 1 is about introduction to human communication, a simple chapter. Okay, for information, I take this slide from this Mazwin Mat Halif. Okay, because I think this is the most composed notes compared to the others. Okay, everything I've been upload on the Google Classroom. Okay, there are other slides on chapter 1 also. Okay, but this one, yes, as you can see, it's 2017 and 2018, 3 years back. So it's an old slide. I don't think I want to use this one. As you can see, it's boring. So, but I can say more or less the content is almost the same with this one. So this one is colorful and much infographic, so I think we better use this slide lah, the one that I upload in the Google Classroom. Okay, ready your pen and paper? We start now for the topic 1, introduction to human communication. Okay, what the words that you can see here is about the what related to the communication lah. Okay, public cannot be reversed. Telajak perahu boleh diundur, telajak kata habislah. Okay, so right now is, I can say, in the social media, telajak post tak boleh di delete, but someone screenshot, you are on the big trouble. Okay, so better be careful what did you post on your Facebook, on the Twitter, even some stupid video maybe on the TikTok. So also the things that can make you suffer lah at the end if it's on the wrong intention. Okay. Alright. Don't think this one just a word. Okay. The learning objective of this chapter 1. Okay. Okay, it's easy actually how you want to tackle particular topics on the certain chapters is by you look on the learning objective. As long you can answer all these objective, meaning that you grasp on that topic or chapter well lah. Okay, number 1 is state the reason why communication is essential. Kenapa communication is important. Okay, define the communication. What is a communication? Name the component of the communication. There's a component. Okay, what makes the communication? Okay, explain some principle of the communication. Explain how the context of communication differ from each other, and set a goal for improving yourself as a communicator. Okay, that is the most important things lah. Because at the end of this course, we want you to be outspoken, meaning that you should be able to talk in the public fluently, confidence, with better arrangement. Okay, why the communication is essential. Okay, kenapa ni? Okay, tak apa. Alright, and see what you can interpret from this picture. This a boy, this a girl. Hi, they hi back. So what happened after that? Alright, what is the communication? Is the process of using message to generate a meaning. Okay, I can say if you don't meaning you don't expose something that you have, meaning that you don't talk your things to the other parties, other person, you will not, you're gonna stuck over there lah actually, because the other party will not know what in your head if you don't talk or delivered in your communication. Maybe yes, you can write a post message ke, but I can say the face-to-face communication is better. Or maybe make some call, because we can feel actually from the voice what are the others persons feels, and what's the dia punya, what they call it, purity lah, lebih kurang is more clear lah guys tu. Okay, I can say, oh, sorry, I'm not a good communicator, but as a lecturer you have to, so I try my best here. Okay, continue. Okay, it's considered as a process because it is an activity, an exchange of set of behavior. Okay, you need the meaning of the communication. People hope to generate common meanings through the message, include the verbal and non-verbal symbol, signs and behavior they provide. Okay, you have to know what's the verbal. Verbal is the things that you talk. Okay, non-verbal is like sign language, your body interpretations. Okay, maybe eye contacts. Okay, you can see from the eyes actually what the other person's feels. Okay, and understanding the meaning, understand of the message of another person's message does not occur unless the two communicator can elicit common meaning for words, phrases, and non-verbal code. Okay, that's the communication is all about, the definition. Okay, component of the communication. Number one is the people. Okay, the parties involved in the communication. Is it animal make a communication? Yes, it is, but they, maybe it's a cat, pusat dia meow meow tu. Did you know that this cat is hungry or what? Kan, so some of the people have been gifted, maybe they know the behavior of their cat, so they will know lah. Okay, mostly on the people. Okay, we got the message, the source and the receiver. Kenapa the source is the girl and the receiver is a boy? Because mostly girls will talk more compared to the boys. Correct or not? On the research said that the girls, the woman will have, I think 70% more words compared to a man in a day. So yeah, I can say that girls have a better attraction in the communication compared to the men. Okay, mostly a man will be a good listener. So if you are boys in the class, so kita dengar je lah kan. Alright. Another components of this communication, we have this message. Tadi ada two parties, okay, and then we got the message. Okay, the message include the symbol, words and phrases used to communicate the idea, as well as the facial expression, okay, and bodily movement, gestures, okay, and physical contact and other non-verbal codes. So verbal as and non-verbal form of the idea, thought of feeling, or feeling that one person wish to communicate to another person or group of people. Okay, the message is the makes the communication. Alright. So the important thing is try to get straight to the point on your message to the other party, so that we don't have a miscommunication later on. Alright, and make sure the message is clear. Sometimes you have to talk more to make sure that the message will be get delivered to the other person or the second party's name. Okay, another one is a channel, the means by which message move from the source to the receiver of the message. Right now we am using this YouTube channel. I can say the video lah. Okay, sebenarnya sound wave, lights wave that enable the receiver to hear and see us. Okay, mostly people nowadays communicate through the WhatsApp, apa lagi, Telegram, through the Google Classroom here, to the email. Alright, so that is a channel. Okay, remember the first one is a people, the next one is a message, the third one is a channel. Okay, and then the fourth one for the component of the communication, we got the feedback. Okay, the receiver verbal and non-verbal response to the source of the message. Okay, example, the receiver may say yes, I understand what you mean. So that's a verbal response, and at the same time nod his head is also a non-verbal response. Okay, so the problem is right now on the ODL, okay, because the feedback sometimes from the student is not enough. Actually, I can say, okay, some of the student will give a late feedback. Maybe they have a communication problem, the channels problem ke kat situ, or they didn't get the message, the important of the things that has been conveyed. So I want to I want to emphasize here on the feedback. Make sure everyone, if you don't understand what I'm lecturing you, so maybe you can always ask a question, so I can improve, and I also can answer your question. Okay, the next one is a code. Okay, it's a systematic arrangement of symbol used to create a meaning in the mind of another person or person. XOXO. Okay, kat sini there are two types of codes. Apa dia? Okay, verbal code, symbol of their grammatical arrangement, such as a language. What's meaning XOXO? I tahu LOL je. Okay, it's a code arrangement tulisan. Okay, and non-verbal code, all symbols that are not words, including bodily movement, use of space, time, clothing, and sound other than words. Macam tiba you reply to your apa ni, boyfriend, girlfriend, K je kat situ kan, which is memang if I receive that K je, I'm triggered lah kat situ. Tak boleh ke reply panjang-panjang sikit kan, bukannya apa ni, kena bayar pun tulis banyak-banyak kan, so kena bayar bill lah. But actually you can write whatever you want. Sometimes they give the emoji lah sekarang ni, I think the most orang ramai gunakan. Okay, emoji, stickers right now kan in WhatsApp. Okay, after that we got the encoding and decoding. Oh, panjang chapter ni, baru slide 14. Okay, encoding is the process of translating an idea or thought into a code. Okay, while the decoding is the process assigning meaning to the idea or thought in a code. Okay, ni benda yang I think this all the things that you already know lah sebenarnya. That just this one encoding, decoding ni is another term sebenarnya. Okay, make sure that you understand what is been conveyed to the other person tu. Alright. Contoh this one is about the crab and the what this one? A rice. What does it mean? Dia nak makan nasi, nak lunch ni, nak suruh belanja. So you have to, I think this one depends on the experience, your experience, or how you want to interpret some of the message. Especially girl lah, they have a lots of macam mana orang cakap, things that they can express. So as a man, you have to bagi, I can say, look very carefully lah. Okay, if it's something on the, maybe something new on the appearance ke, baju baru ke, style rambut baru ke, makeup baru ke, perfume baru ke, you have to know. Also, let's say, kalau let's say there's nothing change on the appearance, maybe something related to other things, maybe on the dates ke, what the dates ni macam important moment korang ke, so you have to remember that dates carefully so that you don't upset your spouse ke, bukan spouse lah, you punya girlfriend ke, girls lah tu. Okay. Alright, there also a noise on the component of communication. Noise, any interference in the encoding process that reduce the message clarity. Okay, example, physical noise such as loud sound, distracting sight, such as a piece of food between someone from it, or an unusual behavior such as someone standing too close for comfort. So noise ni interference lah. What can jeopardize the message of the communication though. Alright, and there's another one is on component is on the situation, location where communication take place. 6 different context from interpersonal to mass communication. Okay, example, a conversation between two people tends to be less formal, whereas public speech before hundreds might be formal. Okay, if it makes on the open public area, yes, the conversation mostly informal. Likewise, in this classroom, in the office setup, all the communication will always tends to be formal, right? Communication principle. Okay, tadi is a component of communication. Now is about the communication principle. Minit dah ni, 10 minit dah. Wih, 16 minit dah cakap. Okay, I'll make sure this gonna be fast lah. Communication principle begin with the self. Okay, I want to be a fashion designer like my mother. So people are a product of how others treat them and of the message others send them. So through a verbal and non-verbal symbol, we learn accept role in response to the expectation of others. Meaning that if you see somebody, you have some expectation lah for what these people will talk about. Okay, contoh you see a lecturers, yes, maybe this lecture is about on the office punya expertise, so you know that maybe that's the thing he or she will gonna talk to you. Mostly for the boys, I think the almost common topic you can see with the boy, maybe they playing a games, maybe they like a football, they like sport. Okay, macam tu lah. Maybe for the girl, if you see this girl, maybe yes, she likes to make up ke, maybe she like to cooks. You will know that this person, when you have knows that this one for a long time lah. Okay. Okay, involve others. Okay, communication itself probably best understood as a dialogue process. Okay, what's the dialogue? The act of taking part of the conversation, discussion and negotiation. Okay, what are the things that you discuss sebenarnya? Okay, and has a both content and relational dimension. Content of the message describe the behavior that is expected, and the relational message suggests how it will be interpreted. So depends on the people or the persons, how they convey the message. Maybe they are happy, maybe they are sad. Okay, maybe they are motivated, maybe they are not ready to receive the the information. Macam tu lah. Macam pagi-pagi kena pukul 8 have to see the video from Mr. Habil ni. So it's up to you if you are open, want to receive the education today. So hopefully that my lecturing today will get to you. But if you are not ready, maybe you are distracted with other things in the house ke, so the message will not be received 100% lah kat situ. Okay, number 4. Sorry, it's a complicated. If the use of verbal or non-verbal communication is a highly complex, you might not understand its message. Okay, some people tends to, I can say, give cakap berkalis lah macam tu. Maybe they just give a hint, so they ask the other person to guess actually, to know actually. So it's better actually to directly talk lah sebenarnya, straight to the point. But if you give like this, okay, macam kata berkias ni, maybe just sarcasm orang cakap sekarang, is depends on the other people tu lah, how they can interpret the message tu. Alright, non-verbal also as things that you have to look on. Number 5, the quantity does not increase the quality. Okay, great amount of communication does not necessarily lead to more harmony or more accurate and shared meaning. because if too much on the maybe these not important things that they talk, okay, some, because not everything that will be macam that's a man, if you talk to him something today, he will not remember. Okay, the next minute he will forget what the things that you have said. Compared to the girl yang semalam apa kita cakap pun, tahun 1992 yang kita cakap pun, they still remember. I don't know how that the brain of woman works, and so tapi macam tu lah kan. So you have to kalau boleh, yes, quantity tu make sure it's not too much lah. Inevitable and irreversible and unrepeatable. Okay, communication occur almost every minute of our life, betul. And if we are not communicating with yourself, we are observing others and drawing influences from their behavior. Macam ni, hi all, Ali, why you look so gloomy today? Ani, I'm not feeling very well today. Okay, cannot be reversed. Or what has been said or done cannot be changed and erased permanently. Okay, so the words are very, very powerful lah sebenarnya. As you understand the irreversibility of communication, we may become more careful in our conversation with others. So that's why ada Nabi cakap sebenarnya orang yang paling baik ialah orang yang kurang bercakap sebenarnya. Maksudnya diam lah. They are not too talking rubbish kat situ sebenarnya. Okay. Okay, macam ni, you are so rude. If you said to the girl, you are big trouble lah. Sampai 10 tahun ni kan ni. Okay. Cannot be repeated. What has happened or said in the past cannot be repeated for the second time. We might recreate the situation, but it will yield the far different results. Okay, depends on the situation, depend on the feelings of the other person. The result tu, the end of the communication act tu will be different. Okay, habis on the banyak gila on the principle. 8 principle that you have to remember. Tak semestinya 8 lah. Not all the 8 that things you have to memorize. Maybe you try to get 4, half of this communication principle, so be okay. Alright, the next one, the communication context. On the interpersonal communication, this is the process of using message to generate meaning within the self. Okay, include such activity as solving problem internally, resolving internal conflict, planning for future, and evaluating ourselves and our relationship with others. So the process of using message to generate meaning between at least 2 people in a situation that allow mutual opportunity for both speaking and listening includes such activity as solving problem, resolving conflicts, to share information, to improve perception of oneself, or to fulfill social needs. It's important because I want to teach you the communication professional right now. Okay, it's important you interact, you express your feeling in the situation in the class. Okay, if you have a problem, whatever related to your maybe course, you can always see your PA, personal advisors, that been assigned to you. So make sure you know your PA, because he or she is the person that will help you throughout the semester lah. Semester 1 until semester 6. And okay, apa ni tadi? Okay, interpersonal communication is a dyadic communication. About the 2-person communication, maybe it involves the small group communication, the process of using message to generate meaning in a small group of people. I can say our class now is on the small group, because less than 20 actually. So everyone have to get involved lah in the communication. Not like you just apa ni, quiet, not give a response, not give a feedback. Okay. On the public communication, mostly yes, the teachers And the students, the process using message to generate meaning in the situation which single source transmit a message to a number of receivers, often inform or persuades, but it can also entertain, introduce, announce, welcome, or pay the tribute. Okay, also the mass communication. Okay, like this one is a singer. Okay, the process of using message to generate meaning in a mediate system between a source and a large number of unseen receivers. Ni some of the situation lah ni. Communication context. Okay, sorry, this is the context tadi mass communication, now is on the computer mediated communication technology convergence, the way that technology systems are changing to perform the similar tasks. Okay, right now they using Google Meets, Zoom, WebEx to make a webinar. I think you have joined some, belum ke? Webinar ni, it's like a mass talking lah sebenarnya this one. The goal of communication study is to understanding the communication competence. What is communication competence is the ability to effectively exchange meaning through a common system of a symbol, sign or behavior. But there's a behavior, okay, there's a behavior lah. There is a barrier. Okay, what is the barrier? Tak ada beritahu pun. The goal of the communications, understanding ethical communication, a set of moral principle or value. If you want to talk to the elderly people, there's a, yes, we call on Melayu say we have to respect, adab kat situ. Yes, when you're talking to teacher, you have to be, yes, ethical also, like that, to the student, to the lecturers, to the teachers. And understanding the social scientific method. Social scientific method ni apa benda pula ni? Oh, habis. End of the presentations. Reflection, what is a communication tadi? Definition, why communication is essential. Ada 8 dia ke? List the component. Oh, yang 8 tu component. Why communication is essential tadi, yang to message semua tu ke? And briefly describe principle of the communication yang atas tadi. Explain the ways in which interpersonal tadi intra, and this one inter, public, mass communication differ from each other. That is the context. And define the communication competence. Macam ni lah sebenarnya. On the competence of the communication is being able to communicate effectively is one of the most important life skill, I can say. Those with good with these interpersonal skills, maybe they are strong in the verbal and non-verbal communication, can be considered as a good with people, I can say that. Okay, communication is defined in the transferring information to produce a better or greater understanding to the other parties. Okay, maybe because like now is the English is a second language, I can say that my communication maybe is not reach to you, maybe it's reach to you. The other thing is when you have something better, you talk about it. Okay, you don't keep on yourself. If you don't understand, it's important as a life of a student, make sure that if you don't understand what the what the lecturer talk about, what the lecturer explain, you as a student have a responsibility to make sure that you understand that topics. You spoke the problem or of your problem to the lecturer. Okay, always seek the communication. First, I think maybe you can ask your friends maybe first. If your friend also cannot give if also your friend have the same problem with you, maybe there's a problem with the communication of that lecturers. So you can always seek better explanation. Okay. Another thing is respect time lah. When you want to ask lecturer or teachers, somebody, whatever, maybe a staff in the UiTM ke, make sure you respect the time of his or her macam mana cakap, dia punya time lah, dia punya time. You have to, okay, jangan time tengah-tengah lunch hour you ask the question ke apa ni, out of the working after 5 kan. Kalau boleh, yes, jangan tengah-tengah malam you message or apa ni, tanya soalan dekat WhatsApp ke. Boleh, but depends on the lecture. Some of the lecture tu akan reply the WhatsApp of your message tu next morning pukul 8 tu. Maybe lah. Some of them macam tu. Because they consider that as a working time. After that, it's dia punya personal time. So, have to respect time lah. I also will respect your time. I will not interpret you. Bukan interpret, apa ni, I will not disturb you on your time. So it's easy actually when the class time 8 to 9, 10 to 12 is the time that you will have, you will give your 100% commitment, 100% your efforts to the subject. Alright. Okay, anything you can ask me on the Telegram group. Okay. That's all for today. Thank you. Hopefully you understand on this one. Make some notes and prepare for the next topic. That's all for today. Thank you. Thanks for watching. See you. Stay safe.